Hey guys, welcome back to another workout. Today we have a special guest with us. We have Ari from the Aerial Arts Academy. Ari is a pole instructor and aerialist.
I run classes out of the Aerial Arts Academy studio. And if you'd like to join classes with me in pole, then you can head over to the website at www.theaerialartsacademy.com for more information. And now let's work out. So for our first position, we have the hollow hold. In this position, I want you to think about engaging your core at the maximum. So I'm lifting my legs off the floor as well as my shoulder blades, keeping my arms by my ears. This entire time, I want you to keep your core really tight, squeeze the glutes, try to keep the legs straight as much as you can. Another variation which I'm demonstrating here is placing the hands by my side. And this is a bit easier to hold yourself up, so up to you which variation you'd prefer. We have 5 more seconds.
Alright guys, up next we're going to go into a crunch pulse. For this I want you to tuck your chin towards your chest. Bring your shoulders off the ground. You're going to straighten your hands and keep them beside you. And then you're just going to crunch forward in a pulsing motion. You're going to need to keep your core completely engaged throughout this exercise. These ab exercises are really good, especially if you intend to join Ari's classes. I know she can tell you what she does requires a lot of core strength.
Definitely, and this full core workout is utilizing both your upper core, lower core, and your obliques, which is really important for aerialists. So for our third exercise here, we have our full crunch. So what I want you to do is bring your knees to your chest as you connect, bringing it inwards. Try to lift off the floor. So I have different variations here which I'm going to demonstrate, which is lying fully flat onto the floor or keeping the feet off the mat. So up to you on the variation you'd prefer. Think about trying to do the crunch which Josh just finished in the exercise, and then now incorporating your legs as you engage your lower abdomen.
This one can be a bit tricky if your timing is off. You really got to get a momentum going in this. Alright, and up next we're going to go into a V sit-up. This is very easy. It can get a bit challenging. You're going to need to open up your legs. Just think of a V, and then you're going to sit up slowly. Keep your hands stretched out in front of you. Once you're going to reach forward as far as you can go, and then come back down slowly, controlling the motion on the way down as well. Control is very important in this one.
I think the most challenging part about this particular exercise is trying to keep the control without using any momentum. So I definitely say focus on slowing down the motion, just like Josh is demonstrating.
And also you want to make sure your hands are to the front, because once your hands are behind you, you're going to end up swinging forward, which makes it a million times easier.
We're halfway there, guys. So now we're on the cross mountain climbers. And this one I want you in a full plant. And our goal here is to try and get our knee to touch our opposite elbow. So right knee to left elbow and vice versa. I want you to keep engaging your core as well as your shoulders. So I'm pushing the floor away, keeping my core very tight throughout the entire exercise. We're doing this pretty slowly as I feel that this is better to engage your core. I really do not want the back to sink in at all. We're really engaging the core and try to keep very tight.
Another thing to mention here is you really need to make sure that your shoulders are over your elbow and also in line with your hands at the bottom. You need to keep it straight. Try not to be leaning too far back or too far forward with this. Keep a straight line from your shoulders straight down to your hands. And up next, we're going to stay in this position. It's about to get a bit challenging. Your shoulders are a bit tight right now. You're going to keep the high plank going, and then you're going to bring that knee up, this time to the outside. We're going to go into spider crunches, okay? Again, just as Ari said, you want to keep the motion slow and controlled. Keep the shoulders above your hands and squeeze that knee towards your elbows when you bring it up to the side.
As we said, this is a full core workout, so now we're engaging more the obliques as we reach out the side of the elbows. We know your shoulders are burning at this point, but keep pushing through.
You just have 4 more rounds left after this.
Let's go. Now we have a V hold here. So we're going to show different variations. Either we keep our hands behind us, which gives us a little more support, or we can keep it beside our knees. So in this position, I want you to think again, engaging the core fully. And I'm trying to keep my feet and my knees aligned. Keeping the knees as high as my chest as well, so we're not in that hollow body, we're a bit higher off the ground. Think about bringing your chest up as well.
Another good tip for this is to just think about pushing your knees towards your chest constantly, or your chest towards your knees. Alright, and now we're going to go into scissor raises. So for this one, I need you to make sure your lower back is pressed firmly into the ground. You're going to come up doing the scissors all the way until your legs are completely straight at the top, and then drop it back down. It's important to note, when you lower your legs, you don't want your heels touching the ground. So you're going to stop your legs right before you hit the ground and then start again.
Definitely think this is a lower ab killer for sure.
This can get a bit challenging and intense throughout the round here. Also, if you feel like you can't keep your lower back flat, what you can do is stop your legs like maybe halfway up, or stop your legs to the point where you can keep that lower back flat, completely flat on the ground, and then just drop it and then go back up to that point. 2 more exercises left, guys. You're almost there.
Here we go. So we're on to the low plank now. So I want to go in my forearm plank, and that means that I'm keeping my elbows just below my shoulders. I'd advise keeping the wrists aligned with the elbows as well. Throughout the exercise, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, engage my core, and keep very strong. It's important to note in any plank position to not let your butt go too high. You won't be engaging the core anymore. So try to keep that flat, neutral spine. Again, I'm trying to push the floor away. So I'm engaging my shoulders as well as my core.
10 more seconds, guys. You're almost there. Building up that strength for those pull classes. Alright, and now we're on to the final one. So we're going to stay in that low plank hold. The difference is you're going to slowly raise your hips up and squeeze the ab muscles together. When you raise the hips, I need you to think about squeezing your ab muscles. Alright, you're not just raising, you got to make sure it's fully engaged and you're squeezing as you raise. Alright, this is going to get a bit intense. Just try to push through. This is the final round. Let's go, 35 seconds.
Each time you do an exercise, think about the intention behind it. So we're working the core muscles. I want you to feel that burning. Josh, were you burning at this point?
Definitely.
10 more seconds to go.
All right, there you have it, guys. Again, we had Ari from the Aerial Arts Academy. You can find more information about the classes she offers at the aerialartsacademy.com.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the workout. Let us know how you felt about it and tag us in your videos on Instagram.
Done. All right, that was perfect.
Woohoo! Did I record it, right? I almost want to say it during the video.